So I'm not sure which tablet Lenovo is trying to compete against with their new P11 Pro 2nd generation, but I'm thinking at this price, it's an interesting spot to be because there's some tablets a little cheaper that could be tempting, but then just for a little bit more, you're gonna get something like the Galaxy Tab S8. Normal price for the P11 Pro is a little over $400, where the normal price for the Tab S8 is just under $600, but both have been on sale already. I've seen the Tab S8 go down as low as $544. Both of these tablets have nice screen quality, but the displays are going to be slightly different. You get a larger 11.2-inch OLED display on the 11 Pro, and then you get an 11-inch LCD display on the Tab S8. Both also have 120 Hz refresh rate with roughly the same resolution, 1536 by 2560 on the P11, 1600 by 2560 on the Tab S8. You can also watch 4K resolution on YouTube videos, full HD playback on Netflix for both tablets. So which is better? That sort of depends on what your preference is. For me, it's sort of a toss-up. Both look really nice and they have slightly different colors, but the P11 Pro looks a tad brighter, has better contrast with a little bit darker blacks, so it may have the slight advantage. Overall though, you can't go wrong choosing either one. Now when it comes to the batteries, you get an 8200 milliamp hour battery in the Tab P11 Pro, 8000 milliamp hour in the Tab S8. But surprisingly, I got a little better battery life on the Tab P11 Pro, lasting 7.5 hours in my battery drain test versus only 7 hours for Samsung in that same test at 100% screen brightness. So both tablets are going to last through a normal workday, even longer if you turn the screen brightness down. So yeah, if you want the tablet with better battery life, you're going to want to go with Lenovo. Performance-wise, you get a MediaTek Companion 1300T in the P11 Pro, Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 processor in the Galaxy Tab. The two versions I have here, 8GB in the Tab S8, 6GB of RAM for the P11 Pro, and then both have 128GB of storage. So performance-wise, the Tab S8 is going to be a little better in single-core and multi-core scores, as you can see here in the Geekbench testing. So it's not going to be a huge surprise, but the Galaxy Tab is going to be better at gaming, but both tablets are going to have HD graphics, high frame rates, and when testing out PUBG Mobile, Asphalt 9, and Apex Legends Mobile, neither one seemed to struggle with those games. I also feel like most people are going to enjoy gaming regardless of which one you go with, but if you want the tablet with better performance and better gaming performance, you'll want to go with Samsung. The software on these two have changed a bit here recently, with the Galaxy Tab S8 getting the Android 12L update where it has the taskbar at the bottom, and in some ways I kind of like that better. With Lenovo, the software is also on Android 12, hasn't got the taskbar update though, which I believe it is going to get. Still pretty good though as far as software for the most part. You're also going to get Google Discover Newsfeed left of the home screen on the Galaxy Tab. You can also choose Samsung Free. On the P11 Pro, you're going to get entertainment space. So there's just a few things that are slightly different. You're also going to get Samsung DeX on the Tab S8, productivity mode on the P11 Pro, which is somewhat similar. I feel like Samsung's a little bit more polished than Lenovo when it comes to software, and there's small things like when watching YouTube videos on the P11 Pro, it sort of forgets how to display the app when in landscape mode. Not really sure if that's going to be fixed, but yeah, it does that from time to time. From what I've heard, there is going to be an official keyboard for the P11 Pro. It's not available yet though in the United States. So as of this video, I would give the slight advantage to the Galaxy Tab as far as what accessories you can get, especially considering I'm using the keyboard from the Tab S7 at a cheaper cost. That's also going to fit on the Tab S8. Now there is one advantage I feel like the Tab S8 has. It's got a fingerprint scanner right on the power button, where the P11 Pro, you don't get a fingerprint scanner. The S Pen is also included with the Tab S8, where you have to pay separately to get the Precision Pen 3. Both are good for note-taking, drawing, just moving around the software, but the S Pen feels like it's a little better quality or a little more sensitive in my opinion, and I prefer the soft tip on the S Pen versus the hard tip of the Precision Pen, which feels more like using an Apple Pencil, I guess. The quad speaker setup on these two tablets are really nice with Dolby Atmos, 2 on each side of both tablets, and for tablets they actually sound pretty good. Maybe slightly better bass on the P11 Pro, but fairly close. Here's a quick sample of each just to give you an idea of what to expect. Now, as far as cameras go on tablets, these two are pretty good options. You get dual cameras on the back of the Galaxy Tab, 12 megapixel and 6 megapixel, and then on the P11 Pro you get a 13 megapixel rear facing camera. The front facing on the Galaxy Tab is 12 megapixels versus only 8 on the P11 Pro. You're also going to get up to 4K resolution at 30 frames per second for video recording on both tablets. Here's a quick sample of each just to give you an idea of what to expect, but to me Samsung appears to be a slightly better option when it comes to the cameras. So depending on what's important to you may determine which of these is the better tablet to buy. While I don't feel the P11 Pro is better than the Tab S8, I do feel like the P11 Pro is a nice tablet for the price, and if you're wanting to save money, I could see some people buying this over the Tab S8. But either way, hopefully this video gave you a little closer look at these two tablets by Lenovo and Samsung. I've got some more comparisons to do with the P11 Pro, so you'll definitely want to look out for those. So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.